Good afternoon, everyone. That's the last block for today. I have the privilege to take you through the material. Hopefully, you're still with me. I promise it won't be long anymore, so simply let's start. As Adrian just said, my colleagues and the key speakers, I believe they gave you a lot of inspiring knowledge. It's really great stuff. But this is actually the key point. As I could say, you were given lots of inspiration, which in fact is to some extent theory. And my blog is on how to put this theory to work for you. I will be presenting you the cases that are turning simply this theory into practice. I will show you our day-to-day work as me and my colleagues from other agencies and group M's simply do to boost your campaigns, boost your results, and drive better KPIs. I divided my blog into three parts. First of all, the good old-fashioned first party. Good old-fashioned. We have been talking a lot about first-party data. It's nothing new. It's not a revolution. It's not that it appeared when we heard for the first time about cookieless. No, it's the foundation of your digital business. And simply, when cookies begin to disappear, we know that it's even more important that you secure this foundation. Then we will move further to artificial intelligence and the machine learning and algorithms. And I also know that today much have been said about it. My colleague Dominic already introduced you to Copilot, but I feel that there is also a need to build up on that and speak a little bit more about our AI approach. And the last part of my presentation would be about some brand new solutions that we are currently simply testing for you, for our clients. Okay, so let's start with the good old-fashioned first part. I will present you some cases, starting with the case I may call, let's say it may be called a simple case. Why simple? Because we are talking about the situation where our client had a campaign in a single ecosystem, single channel. The big one, but still one channel. So our client had the campaigns, and they were pretty with pretty decent KPIs. They were successful, but there were some challenges, some questions that we were to help our client to answer, to address. First of all, we defined that there is a barrier that the most valuable, most crucial segment of target group is too small. So the question was, the challenge was, how to make it bigger, how to expand the most crucial target segment. The second question was, there was one ecosystem, but two communication channels, Facebook and Instagram. So the question was, which one simply gives the better results, will bring better KPIs. And finally, the third question was, the client had lots of different creatives, lots of variations, more than 100. And the question was simply, which combination, which creatives would perform the best? And here came to play, first of all, the power of first-party data, but also the technology. We also implemented the technology that built in real time the dynamically created creatives, the DCO. What were the results? What are the answers to our questions? First of all, we finally managed to expand our most crucial target group segment. And actually, due to data, due to algorithms, we managed to expand this segment by made it almost 9 times bigger. So this was huge success in terms of reaching our target group. Second question. We discovered that definitely Facebook gives better results in terms of KPIs. better CTRs, better cost per clicks. So we had also the knowledge that we should boost and redirect more of the budget towards Facebook and minimize Instagram, so it was just the supportive communication channel. And lastly, the sea of different creatives. I know that similar issue Stahu was talking about, how to discover the best ones. We also did this homework, and we discovered that among this 128 combinations of various variables, various CTAs, creatives, we discovered the 16 champions of creatives, and also you may expect that those creative champions gave much better results. Yes, in fact, the CTRs were almost 50% higher in terms of those winners, which simply were later invested more. So this is the first case in a single channel, single ecosystem. Let's make the situation a little bit more complex. So we are talking about total programmatic ecosystem. And here, once again, we are relying on the power of first-party data. And again, the results are really impressive. So starting with clicks, the CTRs are visibly higher, over 1/3 higher than the benchmark. And the benchmark actually is the same campaigns, but fueled not with first-party data, but with the third-party data. So this is very reliable benchmark. So the CTRs are visibly better. Also, the costs are much lower. And going deeper, going further, the bounce rates are much lower, and the visits are growing rapidly, and the costs are much, much better. And everything is driven thanks to usage of the first party, simply. Okay, so let's move towards our third example. A moment ago, Luke and Michał presented you with our marketing automation approach, and this is actually the campaign using marketing automation, meaning that we are not talking about the programmatic display campaigns, but the communication directed towards the users from our client's own database, and the communication is direct. It's done by text messages, multimedia messages, or simply the emails. And usually when we present the cases, when the KPIs are rising, there is a group of people which simply doubt. Because they say something like that, yeah, we can see that the results are growing, everything is better, but maybe it's not the first-party data that is factor lying behind this success. Yeah, they're doubting. There are many, many other factors which we can investigate. Maybe it was, I don't know, lockdown and pandemia, maybe better weather, maybe season, maybe competitive campaigns, etc., etc. Of course, we are fully aware of that fact, but here we have really nice case. If I was talking to economists, I would say it's our ceteris paribus case. Generally speaking, we can call it the laboratory case. Why? Because we had the campaign of our client, marketing automation, and we can split the very same campaign into 3 phases. In phase 1, the client was sending the direct communication, but without analyzing and using first-party data. In second phase, the first-party data has been finally used to boost, to fuel the communication. And then for some reasons I don't want to talk about, in phase 3, again, the first-party data was no longer used. And what are the results? Actually, I would say they are quite undisputable. In phase 2, the CTRs and the open rates, they actually exploded, skyrocketed. I don't know how to call this. And when we ceased to use the first-party data, again, those KPIs went back to the level from the phase 1 before the first-party data was used. So up to now, 3 cases, and the results, in my opinion, obviously great. But the common denominator for those 3 cases is that we have been talking about the media KPIs. And I know they are important, but usually our clients prefer to talk about their business, prefer to talk about their business KPIs. And if our client prefers to talk about business, I am more than happy to do so. That's why another case of our client also using the first-party data. And hold on for a second, because this case is kind of specific. This is the client who has started investing into their own ecosystem, into their own loyalty program, CRM, a few years ago. And they, together with us, have been doing this great work of analyzing, investing, analyzing first-party data, and using it for some time now. And it's here, it's everything. It's direct communication to the database, text messages, emails, but it's also the mixture with external programmatic campaigns using DMP. And here, the results, there are of course also many great media KPIs, but here I will present you some great business results. Starting with the conversions. So using the power of knowledge, the power of first-party data, together with our client, we managed to simply make more people end their purchase journey with buying the product of one of the products of our client. The conversion rate rose by 17 percentage points, which actually, speaking plainly, means that we managed to convince 2 times more people to buy the product, which actually, in my opinion, it's one of the best-in-class examples of diminishing the missed opportunity group. And this is just the beginning. Because not only conversion, working with this first-party data knowledge, we managed also not just quantity. We managed to work on quality. We simply did the work, and people bought more. They spent more money, the customers. We managed to improve the average ticket or basket value, and in a time, it rose by more than 50%. And in parallel, we did those marketing investments do better job, become more efficient. The ROI of digital rose by more than 1/3. And what is also worth mentioning, here in this case, we are not talking simply about e-commerce sales. No, we are merging the effect of the digital campaigns, the effect of e-commerce sales, but also on offline sales. So this is the total effect of the campaigns basing on first-party data. So in the final effect, we know exactly, in case of this client, how much marketing investments bring incremental business, incremental revenue. We simply measure it. And among these marketing investments, we also know how much of them are caused by the usage of first-party data. And it's actually 1/5 of total budget. Sorry for it. So 1/5 of incremental revenue is driven by marketing basing on first-party data. Sorry.
Sorry, but we lost Sai for a while. He absolutely lost his voice, so just give him a second and he will come back. I will observe him right here because I can see him actually, but I think he needs some, back rub. Guys, could you hit him in the back? Because I see that he might be not feeling so well. Okay. This is something new that I had to improvise so much, but we'll give him a second. Okay, right now he's feeling better. So floor is yours once again.
I'm terribly sorry. Maybe we will manage to go to the end of the presentation. I will try. So the second block is about the AI algorithms. As Dominic mentioned, we have this very great tool which is called Copilot, and it does the job. But it's not the only tool we've got. We've got more AI algorithms. And there are some cases where we are not able to use Copilot. And in this situation, we are simply using another tool. And this is the case. We are strongly encouraging our clients to use the AI algorithms simply because they do the job. So first of all, when we use AI algorithms, we are boosting the campaign's media KPIs. I'm not talking just about the full video views. I'm also talking about those more specific, more valuable KPIs, meaning when we already have people on our site, they are more valuable customers, they spend more time on our site, and simply the cost for inviting such customers is lower. So simply AI does the trick. But that's just step one. Because bringing people to our website is one thing. But when those people are already on our website, here the next magic happens. We need to discover, analyzing various variables, which customers are most caloric, which are most valuable, which are most likely to simply convert and buy the products. And by discovering those most valuable customers, we are simply analyzing and launching the segments of such people. And having those segments, we are exporting them again outside and launching the communication for such best prospects. And here again, the AI does the trick and helps us to simply optimize the campaigns and bring much more valuable customers to our website. The last block. So a lot has been said today about diminishing of the cookies. There are many ideas on what should fill out the void left by the cookielessness. Many of the media vendors or technology suppliers are saying, listen, we've got our solution, we've got our brand new ID, this one is the best, this will do the trick, this will simply do what cookies have been doing up to now. Yes, there are many possibilities, and we, as your partner, as your agency, we are simply here for, checking it, testing whether it's true, which ID, which supplier has the best answer to cookieless. So one of such solutions is being tested as we speak. One of our strategic partners, Adform, has the solution, has the ID. What is also important, Adform has already signed an agreement with some of the biggest media suppliers in Poland. They have already the inventory of ZPR, Wirtualna Polska, and Agora. So we started testing Adform's solution. As we speak, the campaign is live right now. And what are the, let's say, the first data, the initial results of cooperation with Adform, and what are the results of the Adform ID? First of all, and this is alarming, this is something that troubled us, the initial costs and the reach potential are high, the costs, and the potential is not that high as we expected. But the other parameters, the other KPIs, well, they are really, really very optimistic. The clicks are skyrocketing. The viewability is great. The conversion rates are also great. So actually, we believe in the Adform solutions. We can see that there were some problems in initial phase, but it's got potential, simply. And this is just the step one, because we are talking about the first-party data. And again, Adform and its solution, it also gives us the potential to upload the first-party data of our client. And actually, we have initialized the second step. The work is in progress, and hopefully we will speak to you about the results of the second step in a very near future. So coming to an end of my blog, what I would like to leave you with. First of all, good old-fashioned first party. It's nothing new. It's not revolution. We have been having these talks, these conversations for a while now. What changes is that cookieless makes the first party and the needs for long-term investments even more important, more crucial. So just please do invest into your own ecosystem. It pays back really nice. I presented you the cases. Second, there is no one single new universal solution for all of the clients, for all the industries, for all of the campaigns types. Each new solution needs to be tested case by case, it's tailor-made. So there are many possibilities. And also the solutions we have and the ecosystem and the situation is very dynamic. It's constantly evolving, it's changing. Something that is valid today may not necessarily be valid tomorrow, so we constantly need to do those test and learns. And actually, this is the moment when I would really encourage you, don't hesitate. Do the tests, try new things, do it with us, and if you do so, then we can say that you are prepared for what's coming to you. So actually, we know that cookieless, it's a huge change for the industry. We know that the death of cookies, it changes a lot, but you shouldn't be afraid of it. If you start preparing, as Łukasz said, right now, you shouldn't be scared, because if you do the job, if you do the test and learns, if you test new approaches, actually, when the cookies cease to exist, and we know when it's going to happen because Google's presentations had a clear pipeline, then actually you will be ready and you will not lose. You will win. You will take the advantage. As we said, maybe there will be much less cookies, but it's an old technology. The data will still be there, and it's going to be probably better data. That's all from my side. If you want to do the testing, if you want to do the test and learn, try the solutions, don't hesitate to contact me or your client teams. Let's win this change. Thank you very much. Goodbye.